Which they'll spend it on themselves mostly in most cases.
Exactly.
Yeah, those kind of things.
One would assume if it doesn't make it down to these people who
Yeah.
are actually down on the street.
Right.
So, but when you're going in and doing these services, there are people over there who are actually, they have databases of the people, they have their names, they have their ages, which side they've lost their limb on, and they're sharing all that information. So it's been relatively easy on my end to keep up with them now. I know that there's a lot of work on the other end to make that happen, and we're appreciative of it, but it did allow us to keep track of those people.
Now, when it comes to that part of the world, let's say, and taking care of a prosthetic like that, what are the conditions or some of the things that maybe, I don't know if you did even at all, about taking care of them and being able to just take care of the prosthetics by themselves? I mean, because it's a different world than what it is over here.
It's a very different world.
Yeah, so what is it that you tell them after you fit them? What are some of the things that you work with them on?
Believe it or not, the biggest thing that we dealt with was we fit prosthesis we had a fitting day on Monday, and we had another fitting day on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we had a follow-up day from the people who we'd fit on Monday. So we fit Monday, we followed up on Wednesday, and we talked about the biggest thing that we were scared of happening was going to be overuse, and that's exactly what it was. I mean, these people put their prosthesis on and took off walking out of the compound, and some of them walked. One guy walked for about 3 miles right off the bat. So it really, really broke blister on us. It's like it's more than putting on a brand new pair of shoes and going mall walking, leather shoes, because your skin is just not used to it.
Right.
So these poor people, the majority of the issues that we saw were overuse.
Yeah.
So that was refreshing, because typically we have to deal a lot of times with motivating people to use the prosthesis. Right. But it was refreshing and everything to see that. But the number one thing that we have to deal with there was more issues of hygiene. They really work for water. I mean, water is a scarce thing, and it's I say a luxury, but clean water is certainly a luxury. And so to have somebody washing a new limb that's going back inside a prosthesis tomorrow would be something that would definitely be something that you would need to have clean water in order to be able to do. Well, this was one of those things that one of the situations we dealt with was having people being able to find clean water and being able to actually, wash their limb off every day and take care of the device like they should and take care of their limb like they should. This is a dark, warm place, and it's got a lot of moisture inside, and that's a breeding ground for bacteria.
Oh, wow.
So the number one thing we deal with over here even is having people take good care of their limb and of their accessories, their inside liner, things like that, make sure it's very clean, and that's a real challenge for them over there.
I would think so.
So that's probably the biggest thing that we have to be concerned about with them.
Yeah. Now you brought a guest with you.
I did. I drug him in here by the
and who is he? Introduce him.
This is Matt Dunn. And Matt is our technician at Atlantic. He's one of our technicians at Atlantic. Does a great job there. And he is the guy who who went back to Haiti with me.
Oh, very
good. He was in the trenches down there for the 5 days. He and I worked side by side down there, grinding on a prosthesis, fitting it, putting it together. I mean, just from A to Z with it. We took these prostheses back after we made them. We took them all back, disassembled. It was just going to be a lot easier to carry them. We had one big container of sockets, one container of feet, one container of the post or pylon, we call it, and then all the connectors and all these things were all separate. So when we got over there, we had to put all these things together under a tarp on the side of a building, 100-degree heat.
Oh my goodness.
During the daylight with a little bit of shade. And so it was some special working conditions that we hadn't experienced before, but we were putting these things together in that kind of environment. And getting these people up and getting them going, and it was really exciting. It was very rewarding, and I think I speak for Matt, but I don't want to when I say that I feel we both were really felt rewarded by it. Right.